So today we are going to talk about sex. And I hope I can do this video actually without altering my mood, because I'm very sure for the most of you who know me and you've been watching my videos, you haven't actually heard me or even sometimes seen me talking about sex. Now, in this video, we're going to talk about the sexual energy, what you will experience after awakening. Now, for the ones who have awakened at some point and you ended up in bed with the narcissist for some reason, a couple of months later, you ended up in bed with the narcissist. I know where you're coming from and I've been there. So for the ones who have awakened and you are able to stay away from the narcissist, so for some reason you shut the doors and you close the gates and you've never seen those videos whatsoever, you've never been back there, I congratulate you and I believe you're one of the warriors. For the ones of you who have awakened and for some reason you ended up in a rebound relationship, so you ended up a couple of days or weeks later with somebody else, in bed with somebody else, that was most definitely a rebound. And I still don't make any judgments because I've walked that journey and I know what it feels like. I've been there. So in this video, we are going to explain now, we are going to go deep. We are going to dive deep exactly where is this sexual energy coming from as a person who has awakened from narcissistic abuse. Let's do this. So good morning, good evening, and a good afternoon to viewers from all walks of life. It's a very beautiful day and welcome to the channel of truth, enlightenment, freedom, and the channel of breaking empaths free. So this is Denzomos, and for the ones who are just coming in, I encourage you to join our tribe, like our page, share with the friends, subscribe. And guys, always remember to hit the like button because I've noticed most of the videos, we don't get the likes that we need. So if you see the video and you like the content, you can always hit the like button, remember, because it pushes the video out there to more people who need it. And as well, for the ones who have always been with me, welcome back. And I thank you for your continued love and support. Now, sexual energy, guys, we're going to be honest in this video. And if I mention something that has been also part of your journey, I want you to be 100% honest with me. Drop a comment in the section below. Let me know what has been your experience, because we are adults here and I believe we can talk about anything. There's no judgment and there's no worry with that. So basically, sexual energy, guys, my journey personally, I've experienced this kind of energies. For some reason, I ended up, that was in the beginning days of my of the discard. I could end up in bed with a narcissist. I could end up in bed having sex with a narcissist, but at the end of the sex, it was like you couldn't realize, actually, you couldn't notice. How did you even end up in that place in the first place? You could not know. It was like something grabbed you from wherever you were and brought you to the narcissist. You sleep with them, and at the end of the day, you get an awakening, and then it's like, okay, so why did I have to do this in the first place? How did I end up in bed with these individuals? Now, for some of you as well, like I've already mentioned, some of you have also ended up in rebounds. It's because you have got a very high build-up of sexual energy within you, and it's like you don't know how to do with yourself. So sometimes you've ended up going with somebody, just for the sake of having sex or something like that. Now, what we need to understand, people, in this video, along my journey, I've also realized that actually one of the ways that I've used to suppress these sexual energies I've realized that actually I've started in the beginning. That was, I think, around the beginning of last year or something like that. I started recreating myself, using these energies, suppressing them and recreating myself. Actually, those are the days that I even started this YouTube channel. So for the other ones who are awakened as well, who are a bit strong enough, you're going to realize that actually whenever you have these kind of things coming on, the emotions coming on, the sexual energies coming around, feeling these sexual energies, you're going to start recreating yourself. You may start to write a book. You could move to a different city. You could develop yourself a new craft. Because at the end of the day, if you understand how to use the sexual energies to your advantage, you can decide to recreate yourself into somebody else, and even most of the cases to become the best you can be and the best version of yourself. So for the most of the people who are awakening, or even sometimes the people who have awakened, you're going to realize that there's a point going to be, there will be a point at some point, there will be a time at some point where you will feel, if you have not done already, you will feel that there's a very huge sexual buildup within your body. And most of the cases, you don't know what to do with yourself. But in this video, I want to make it clear, people, because I've walked that journey, do not be tempted. If you feel you want to get laid, people, women, if you feel you want to have sex or something like that, even men, do not get tempted, people, because I've walked that journey. Don't get tempted going to bed with a narcissist just for the sake of sex. You always have to remind yourself the reason why you have left these individuals. You have to remind yourself, people, because you have spent so many years with these individuals. You completely remember, you deeply remember what has happened in that partnership. So you always have to put something at the back of your memory that these individuals, these are demonic influences. These people, they're under demonic influence. This is a spiritual battle you're fighting. So most of the cases, you're going to find yourself manipulated. Your brain is going to play tricks on you. Your mind is going to play tricks on you because you're feeling a very huge buildup of sexual energy and you're going to start missing the narcissist. Do not get people, it does not matter how good the sex was. Because most of the cases, for the ones of us who have got experience with narcissists, we are very much aware about the sexual energy they carry along with them. So most of the cases you can be tempted because you miss those moments of in bed with the narcissist. So you could miss the moments of having sex with them. Do not get tempted for whichever reason whatsoever, people. You can always use your energies. If the energies build up within your body, it is either you can use those energies to recreate yourself, or sometimes to start a new craft for yourself. You can try to write a book. You can try to go on a very long trip. You can always build, you can always create, because the more energy, the more sexual energy you have built in within your body, you can always transfer that energy into a different craft out of you. So you can use that energy to craft something else, to do something else, to create something else. You know what I mean? Like I've given an example in my own case scenario. I started my YouTube channel during that time. And I've gone a very long time, people, without having sex, and everything is okay. So you have to understand the sexual energy, it is going to get very tempting, especially if you've been with a narcissist, because like I've always mentioned in my videos, the narcissist energy it is something, it's like a drug. It's like a very, very sweet. It's sweet and at the same time it's toxic. It's like a drug. So you can feel that you cannot stay away from these individuals. You have left like miles away from them, but you still miss them. You want to go back. You want to get in touch with them. You want them, sometimes you want to see them in bed. You want to have sex with them or something like that. That is all your brain playing tricks on you. It has nothing to do with what you feel. That is an illusion. There's nothing there. You're going to go to the narcissist. You're going to sleep with them. They are going to use you. At the end of the day, they are still going to discard you. They're going to run either to the new supply, or even sometimes they're going to humiliate you. So for them, it's just sex. Sex is sex, and that is it. But at the end of the day, when you keep on engaging and sleeping with the narcissist, it is going to completely be very difficult for you to move on and to start to live a new life out of that relationship. So it's going to be very hard for you to move on with your life. So do not get manipulated, people. Do not get deceived. Do not fall for the illusion. That sexual energy is an illusion. It is just an illusion. It is your brain playing tricks on you. Your brain is playing tricks on you, and you feel. Of course, it may be the reality. In some of the cases, it could be the reality. But most of the people who have awakened, you are going to experience. You are going to have an experience whereby you are going to have a lot of sexual energy build up in your body. My journey, I've decided that if a person is not awakened, I'm not going there. I've just taken a decision in my journey, and I've realized that actually there is so much I've done without the narcissist, and I've really grown a lot without the narcissist. There is so many things I've achieved, and I've really moved to the next level. So I prefer, as an awakened individual, a person who is awakened and enlightened, I prefer to have a person who is also enlightened, because for me being with a person who is enlightened, our energies resonate, and I know that I'm not going to be sleeping with an energy vampire, which is sometimes very difficult. Most of the cases, it's very hard to find another enlightened being, the way you enlighten, the things the level you're at. Most of the cases, it can be a big challenge to find somebody who is like you. It can be very difficult to meet somebody who is in your same wavelength and at the same frequency. So that's why you see For the awakened individuals, sometimes they are getting tempted and going back to sleep, because it's like you're going back to sleep with somebody on a very, very low frequency. Somebody who doesn't know what you know, they have not seen what you've seen, they don't have ideas, any idea about the things you're talking about the journey you've walked. So most of the cases is the same, like actually going back to sleep. In most of the cases, if you go down that route, actually, most of the cases, people, you are going to end up going back to sleep. So sexual energy is real. It will build up most of the cases. I know so many cases, including myself. I've seen it, I've experienced it. And that's why I'm talking about it today. It is going to happen along your journey. You're going to have a huge sexual build-up within the body. You're going to feel like your body wants to explode. Because once upon a time, you are used to having sex, a lot of sex with a narcissist. And we all know, we can concur, we can agree that sex with a narcissist is something different. It's a different level altogether. But at the end of the day, people, when you've left the narcissist, you have got to convince yourself, you have got to remember the reason why you left these individuals. You have got to stay on track. You cannot lose the track. Because the moment you engage into sex with the narcissist, people, that will be the end of it. You either going to go back to sleep, or even sometime you will never be able to experience the next level, or even the next level, or the next version of yourself. The improved version of yourself, for that matter. So, for the awakened ones, it is going to happen. Do not panic about this. Do not worry about it. Don't panic. It is either somebody is on your same wavelength. You have already been with the narcissist, you have been with the psychopath, you have been with the sociopath. So you cannot resonate. Your energy no longer resonates with that level of energy. It is either somebody is awakened like you, they understand, they can speak your language. Because at the end of the day, you're going to sleep with them and you're not going to feel drained. You're not going to feel like you're sleeping with a robot. And even at the end of the day, you are still going to have your energy your energy on point. So it is either you've met somebody, you're sleeping with somebody who is awakened like you, or you are actually diverting your creativity, your energies, when the energies are building up, the sexual energies are building up, you are using that energy to create something different for yourself and move yourself to the next level. So do not fall for the illusion. That's the meaning of this video, people. It is going to happen. When it happens, keep yourself calm. Remind yourself the reason why you left the narcissist. Remind yourself why you're not with these individuals, and always remember there is always better people out there. You can always wait for the right person. When you keep yourself on a high vibration, when you keep yourself elevating, when you keep yourself on a certain level of frequency, a certain level of vibration, you are going to align yourself. The person will meet you along the way. The person who resonates with your energy, they will find you. You will not find them, they will find you. It is just a matter of you keeping on and working on yourself. The person who resonates with your energy, they will read your energy, they will find you. But when you go out to look for them, that means that actually you are in luck. You are in the position of luck. And when you're in the position of luck, most of the cases, you are going out to search for you are going online, you're going in the wire cities or wherever. You are attracting that same level of energy. And most of the cases, you are attracting the narcissist. You have got to let the person who is in your frequency, in your wavelength, to find you along the journey. And believe me, people, they will find you at the right time. But do not engage. When the sexual energy is building up within you, do not engage people. Do not get your mind to play tricks on you and believe that you should go out because you miss the sex with the narcissist. You should go out and sleep with them. It cannot happen like that, people, because at the end of the day, you're going back to sleep. So people, in this video, that's what I wanted to say. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Let me know. And guys, like I've said, this is a sexual subject. Be 100% honest with me. Let me know what you think in the section below. If it has happened to you, there's nothing to worry about and there's nothing to be shamed about. Let me know what you think. Other than that, people, it's been a lovely day to have you guys on board. Much love and blessings. And there's almost signing out.